so then the question just becomes, but if they weren't sluts, they wouldn't have to worry about that at all. So I don't see how the world would be a better place.
Right. So to answer your question, think of it like this. If I had a cup that I couldn't see through and it was poison, and that represents sluts, and you're aware that it's poison, and you could drink it, but you know you'll die because it's poison, so you don't drink it. Compared to a world where there are no sluts, you look at this cup and you're not aware of what they are. You might dip your tongue in, you might taste it, you might drink it, but if you are
there
aware,
wouldn't be any poison in the cup, right?
I'm sorry?
Well, what's the poison here?
The poison is sluts.
Yeah, so the poison. So
if
why would you need to look into the cup for poison if there's no poison?
You wouldn't look into the cup. You just know that it's poison. So since I know it's poison, as a man, since I know the cup has poison in it, I won't drink it. But if I don't know if they're a slut or not, then I can get an STD, or I can die because I drink it and I don't know.
Yeah, right. But just so you know, that here's why that doesn't make much sense to me.
Okay.
It's because in the poison analogy, so let's take the cup. The sluts are the poison inside the cup, right?
Right.
Okay, but if there's no sluts, then there's no what?
Obviously, there's no poison, but the world we live in.
Well, then, if there's no poison, if there's no sluts, then it would seem optimal that there's no sluts, because then you never have to worry about the poison. Versus there's a cup with poison, but you can see the poison. I don't get that.
Do sluts exist, Andrew?
Sure.
So technically, the sluts cannot exist. They exist.
Yeah, right. But my question was, do you think the world would be better with more or less of them?
I think her argument is that you wouldn't know.
You know, in this world of and women that sex all the time, you know that's what they do. So the world would be better, in my opinion, because you're aware.
Because you can see the poison. So then, but if there was no sluts, then you wouldn't need to see any poison.
But there's always going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, first of all, why is there always going to be sluts?
Someone has to do it.
It's like human nature to be evil. You know?
It's human nature to be a.
No, I didn't think there are gonna be. If there's gonna be, like, no matter what,
someone's gonna like
be promiscuous. It's literally the first like job that people have had.
No, the first job was mercenary work, not
no, the first job was definitely.
But that's that. I mean,
So wait.
Men are the sluts. Men are the sluts. Men control this whole game.
You're saying that being a hooker is work? Okay, that's the first time I heard that. If it's the oldest profession, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, if it's the oldest profession on earth, and you're saying that the first women were or hookers, I'm just pointing that out.
Okay.
First women were hookers if it's the oldest job on earth. But anyway, so this aside,
you're right.
Back to this idea. I still don't really understand it, because I would think that you would want to, if you reduce significantly enough the amount of poison as to almost every cup you ran into was not poisoned, that seems like it would be optimal to increasing the poison, but just to letting people see the poison, right? It seems like getting rid of the vast majority of it would be better, right?
Literally, how crazy it sounds to you is the point. Like, yes, there's technically, with there being more,
oh my God.
You're saying, oh, wouldn't it be crazy to get rid of it? That's the point. Yes,
Who
there'll
wants
be more
champagne?
ultimately, but
I will take some.
You want champagne?
What you disagree,
champagne?
yes,
Champagne?
what you disagree with me about is my point. Yes, you were aware, or men are aware, and it would just
I don't drink.
the backlash behind what you can get from these women will lessen. That will lessen. Yes, the will increase, but the backlash behind it will lessen, which is the point that I'm making.
For men or but the backlash will lessen for women, not right?
For the world, yes, for the world, because
for women specifically.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So I mean,
did you take a bite of it?
No.
Sorry.
I tried.
I couldn't do it either.
Thank you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's literally the point. It's not supposed to. It doesn't make sense. But until it makes sense, like what you said of how you kind of summed it up, that's the point. That's the point.
I don't actually understand. So I would think in the world
pass it down.
Passing.
that if you wanted to see a behavior that you didn't like in society that you consider to be poison, you would want to reduce that behavior.
Right.
instead of increasing it. Like I wouldn't think that you'd want to see more poison. You'd want to see less poison, right?
Right, but that just answered your question, which
Yeah, but doesn't social shame then reduce poison?
Some men want that.
shame is good. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
I do agree with shame, and then I know how you've had conversations with women.
Wait.
You've had conversations with women where you
gotta go
brought
faster.
religion into helping them, and you didn't shame them. You talked
That's true.
about your Catholicism.
Well,
So-
I generally try to match energy. So like,
Right. So-
Chair one and I were debating earlier, right? I wasn't disrespectful or mean towards her. She was making arguments. I was making arguments back. Usually, unless somebody's a dick, I'm not going to be a dick back to them, right?
One,
Right.
She doesn't
Okay.
drink.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
But yeah.
just me. Okay.
Yeah. For sure, but yeah, there's just different ways of going about it. Whether it's approaching it religiously, approaching it with shame, approaching it with in a friendship, approaching it with a relationship. There's different ways to approach it. Even as a mentor, that's why there's people who mentor, people who coach, therapy. That's a way of combating some. Because
Yeah, sure, but if shame is good and shame works to reduce a behavior which is bad in society, then why would you say the world would be better if everybody was doing the thing that you're trying to shame to get rid of? That's bizarre, right?
We got to
Well, I
take a
didn't say that.
quick little break here. Andrew, you got your vodka. This is a cheers to modest jicama. Also, you got to
Okay,
take
this is a double, so the rule with my
I need to
chat
be
is I
over
take
there.
an L if I cough on a double.
Salud.
Salud.
Whatever.
happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
I mean, you can cheers the water. Cheers.
No, here, cheers the jicama. Take a shot of the jicama. Quick, come on.
I
were
tried
going-
to eat
Try
it,
again,
but
try again.
I got fake
Take it-
teeth.
Not gonna
Try
cough.
again.
The guy who was talking, Cash App the
Good job,
$200 to
Andrew.
me. Cheers.
Nobody's going to cash up you anything.
I
Sean.
didn't cough. Ha.
So are we-
Mellow
no, I'm not gonna
_DM
like this.
44.
Nobody's anything. All right.
Cash App.
All right, okay. We got two chats here. We got Lucas.